What's up guys, we're back again. We're gonna do queso birria tacos. It's super cheap, really inexpensive to make, and I'll show you the whole process. Let's get into it. There's no right or wrong way to do birria. So the meat that we're gonna be using, we have beef cheek, gravy beef, and beef brisket. This is the gravy beef. The texture of the meat, this is a bit more spread apart, which means it doesn't take that long to cook and we can keep them a little bit bigger. Moving on to the gravy beef, which is part of the neck meat. You can see the muscle fibers are quite tight. And then last is our beef cheek, located on the cheek of the cow, and this goes through chewing non-stop until it gets processed. So this is going to take a heck of a long time to cook. That's why we cut it smaller, or just a bit smaller than our brisket. Oil it up with some high smoke point oil, coarse sea salt, One of the reasons why I like to seal the meat is that the meat always holds up a little bit better in the stewing or braising process if you gotta give it a good hard sear. It doesn't break down as much and it keeps a lot of the juices inside of the meat. Add our beef. Add it in, all the juices. 2 carrots, 2 onions and some dried chilies. They go in. And beef stock to cover everything. We're gonna let the onions, the carrot, garlic, bay leaves get a little bit soft. So after 20 minutes, we're gonna take some of that veg that softened up. Guys, we're gonna add our softened veg into the blender. I've got roughly like a 1/4 cup of our cooking juices, and I'm going to add that too, and that's just going to help make sure everything blends up nice and smooth. Can of chopped tomatoes, so 2 cans for mad flavor. So to our blender we're going to add our spices: cumin, thyme, oregano and smoked paprika. Carefully pour into the blender. Looking a bit full. Give it a little pulse first. Hand on top, give it a little pulse. Once it catches, then we can let it run. So I got the cans of tomato, just add a little bit of water to them. Get whatever's left at the bottom. We're looking to speed run this birria taco recipe. Usually if you have 4, 5, even 6 hours, you can let the meat stew in the pot. And that's all good, that's the traditional way. I'm all about that technology vibe. And we're going to transfer it and cook it in an instant pot. So we're going to take our beef, add our veggies and our tomatoes, and this is going through a sieve to ensure that the end product doesn't have any lumps. All about that smooth texture. And to make it go a little bit faster, we can move it around. So we let it cook under high pressure for 45 minutes. It's going to be soft, tender, supple, delicious, everything you want in a birria taco. falling off when I pick it up. And that's the beef cheek. So shout out to the pressure cooker. Lets us enjoy foods that usually take 4 to 6 hours to simmer away. Beef cheek taste test. No effort to chew at all, and it's so flavorful. Oh, another piece? Nah, fire, heat, everything you want. I got 2 forks here. We're gonna pull the beef. It's so tender, you can see inside the bowl. No effort at all. No effort to chew, no effort to pull it apart. That's insane. Cooked in flavor, packed with flavor. You know, bro, every time I come on YouTube, I look what I use: shin, brisket, cheek. We make some of the best tasting foods. Not to say the eye fillets and the Scotch fillets aren't worth it, but it doesn't have to be the end of. You're people just sleeping on all the offcuts. So cheap, so inexpensive, and you can feed so many more people. Alright, so I've got a flat top grill here. I picked it up at Bunnings. This is probably the best thing to make birria queso tacos on. If you don't have one of these, then a cast iron pan or any kind of pan that you have is fine. So over here is our station. We have part of the consomme, some cheese, all that delicious meat, our pico de gallo, and most importantly, our tortillas. So we're going to start by submerging our tortillas, and you go straight on the grill. And what I like about the grill is because you can make 3, 4, 5 at a time. Got a nice generous portion of beef on each tortilla. Not too much, you don't want to overfill it. Now it's time for the cheese. This is an aged cheddar mozzarella mixture. It's going to give us a nice depth of flavor. Beef, cheese, and pico. Like I said before, it's going to help us cut through that rich flavor for the big ones. A full tablespoon for the little ones. Half a tablespoon is sweet. Alright, once we have our tortilla filled, we're going to fold. You can already see, look at that, that's nice. That's not burnt. It's part of the consomme. So guys, it's ready when the cheese is melted. And just pull it off. Stack it on top of each other. This is our finished product. Queso birria taco. You can see inside, cheese is melting, pico, beef. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to dig in. So, cheers. There's so much flavor in everything. Pico de gallo perfectly cut through the rich beef, the consomme, everything. And of course with birria, you have to have part of the consomme, which is the cooking liquids at the end to dunk the taco in. So let's go for it. And this is not birria without this, guys. Man. You know, I love you guys. I love you guys for supporting, but I feel sorry for you guys. Times like this. This is insane. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. This is insane. It tastes amazing. I made a TikTok recipe back in lockdown in September. It's got a lot of attention, a lot of views. Everyone loved it. I got lots of recreations. You know, make sure if you use one of my recipes, you make one of my recipes, you send it to me on Instagram. I'll show you out in my story, and you can go on my recreations little dot. As at the end of the video, so thank you for making it this far. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.